There is something undeniably seductive about soda. The fizz, the chill, the crisp after the first sip. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual, a reward, a craving. From street vendors in bustling cities to family barbecues and school lunch boxes, soda is everywhere. Every year, humans consume over 100 billion liters of soda. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, deeply woven in our culture, our marketing, and our mealtime traditions. But in recent years, the sparkle in our glass has started to lose its shine. Doctors warn us, labels alarm us, documentaries expose the consequences. We know soda isn't healthy, we know it's linked to weight gain, diabetes, and more. But why, knowing all that, is it still so hard to resist? In this video, we are going to uncover what's really happening behind that craving, biologically, chemically, and emotionally. Welcome to the science of soda cravings. When we drink soda, the immediate pleasure we experience isn't just psychological, it's deeply rooted in our biology. One of the key players in this experience is dopamine, a neurotransmitter responsible for the brain's reward system. Dopamine plays a vital role in how we feel pleasure, motivation, and satisfaction. And sugar, the main ingredient in most sodas, is a powerful trigger for its release. The moment sugar enters the bloodstream, it stimulates a surge of dopamine in areas of the brain like the nucleus accumbens, the same region involved in reinforcing behavior tied to survival and pleasure. This is why that first sip of soda feels so satisfying. It's not just the taste, it's a biochemical reward signaling the brain that this substance is something desirable. Over time, the brain begins to associate soda with that feel-good hit of dopamine. The more frequently this occurs, the more the brain starts to anticipate and even crave the reward before it's consumed. This is the foundation of the craving cycle. However, this rush is short-lived. After the dopamine spike and sugar high, blood glucose levels begin to crash. This crash leads to fatigue, irritability, and ironically, more cravings. The brain, remembering the quick reward it got from the soda, encourages us to seek it again. This creates a loop. Consume soda, get a sugar rush and dopamine hit, experience a crash, crave the feeling again, repeat the cycle. This pattern reinforces frequent consumption and can escalate from occasional indulgence to habitual behavior that feels difficult to control. What's striking is how closely this craving cycle mimics the brain's response to addictive substances like nicotine, alcohol, and even cocaine. All of these substances activate the same reward circuit, releasing dopamine and reinforcing a need to continue the behavior. Scientific studies have shown that repeated sugar consumption can cause neurochemical changes in the brain that mirror those seen in drug addiction. Over time, greater amounts may be needed to achieve the same pleasure, a phenomenon known as tolerance, while abstaining can cause irritability and low mood, similar to withdrawal symptoms. While soda might not carry the immediate life-threatening risks of hard drugs, the addictive mechanisms behind our cravings for sugary drinks are very real and very powerful. While the biological craving for soda is rooted in brain chemistry and sugar's effect on dopamine, our desire for soda extends far beyond the physical. Psychological and environmental factors play a powerful role in shaping our habits and reinforcing the emotional appeal of these sweet fizzy drinks. In fact, much of what makes soda irresistible has little to do with what's in the can and more to do with how it makes us feel. Soda brands don't just sell beverages, they sell feelings. From the smiling faces in commercials to the nostalgic jingles, soda advertising taps directly into our emotional landscape. Marketers expertly associate soda with happiness, celebration, youth, energy, and togetherness. It's no coincidence that ads often show people enjoying soda at parties, holidays, family gatherings, or sport events, moments charged with joy and connection. Over time, this emotional conditioning leads our brains to associate soda not just with flavor, but with positive experiences. Even seeing a soda logo or hearing the pop of a can may trigger anticipation and craving. It's a psychological trigger, carefully cultivated through decades of branding. Soda also functions as a form of emotional self-soothing. During times of stress, sadness, anxiety, or even boredom, we often seek quick comfort. For many people, soda becomes a familiar coping mechanism, a sugary escape from discomfort. The sugar and caffeine in soda provide a short-lived boost in mood and energy, offering instant gratification, and because it's socially accepted and widely available, it often becomes an easy go-to during emotional lows. This form of emotional eating or drinking reinforces the habit through relief. Even if the relief is temporary, the brain remembers the positive feeling and encourages repetition. Over time, soda consumption may become a conditioned response to emotional triggers. Human behavior is deeply influenced by our social environment, and soda is no exception. Peer pressure, cultural expectations, and social rituals often normalize and encourage soda consumption. Think about school cafeterias, office break rooms, movie theaters, or family dinners. In many of these settings, drinking soda is simply the default. We might not even question the choice, it's just what people do. Additionally, in some cultures, offering soda to a guest is a sign of hospitality, and refusing it may be seen as rude or unusual. These social norms make it harder for individuals to opt out, even when they are trying to reduce their intake. While sugar fuels the biological craving for soda, the psychological factors often pull the strings behind the scenes. Marketing, emotional triggers, and social expectations all work together to create a powerful attraction to soda that goes far beyond taste. Understanding these influences helps us become more conscious of our habits and better equipped to make choices that align with our long-term health and well-being. Soda might offer a quick burst of pleasure, but its long-term impact on the body tells a very different story. Behind the bright packaging and bubbly refreshment lies a complex web of health risks that have been extensively studied and increasingly emphasized by public health experts. While occasional indulgence might not cause harm, habitual consumption of sugary sodas can significantly increase the risk of chronic health issues. Perhaps the most widely recognized consequence of excessive soda intake is weight gain. A single can of regular soda contains about 35 to 40 grams of sugar, roughly 9 to 10 teaspoons, and around 150 empty calories. Unlike solid foods, soda doesn't provide satiety. You drink the calories but don't feel full, which can lead to excess caloric intake without realizing it. Over time, this contributes to obesity, a major risk factor for several chronic diseases. Research consistently shows a strong link between high soda consumption and increased risk of type 2 diabetes. The rapid absorption of sugar causes spikes in blood glucose and insulin levels, which when repeated frequently can lead to insulin resistance and eventual metabolic dysfunction. Soda also wreaks havoc on dental health. The combination of sugar and acidic ingredients like phosphoric or citric acid erodes tooth enamel and feeds harmful bacteria, leading to tooth decay, cavities, and gum disease. The health concerns surrounding soda extend beyond blood sugar. Excessive sugar intake has been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, the leading cause of death globally. Sugar drinks may raise blood pressure, increase triglyceride levels, reduce HDL, that's the good cholesterol, promote inflammation and fatty buildup in arteries. A growing body of evidence suggests that people who consume high amounts of sugar and other sweetened beverages have a significantly higher risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular events. Emerging research is also beginning to connect soda consumption to other chronic conditions, including 1. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. The liver processes excess fructose, commonly found in high fructose corn syrup, by converting it to fat. Over time, this can lead to fat accumulation, liver inflammation, and even liver damage in people who don't drink alcohol. 2. Cancer. While the evidence is still being explored, some studies suggest that high sugar intake may be linked to an increased risk of certain cancers, including pancreatic, breast, and colorectal cancer, likely due to chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and weight gain. The health consequences of soda go far beyond sugar highs and empty calories. From metabolic disorders to heart disease and even liver damage, the long-term effects of habitual soda consumption are serious and wide-reaching. By understanding these risks, we can begin to see soda for what it truly is, not just a sweet treat, but a driver of chronic disease that deserves to be consumed with extreme caution, if at all. Now that we understand the biological, psychological, and health-related effects of soda, the question becomes, what do we do with this knowledge? The answer lies in awareness, small shifts, and consistent choices. Breaking the soda habit doesn't mean giving up pleasure. It means reclaiming control over what fuels your body and mind. The first step is simple but powerful. Awareness. Many people consume soda out of routine or habit, not because they genuinely crave it every time. By becoming more conscious of when and why you reach for soda, you begin to disrupt the automatic behavior that fuels the addiction. One of the most effective ways to increase awareness is by reading food and beverage labels. Most people underestimate how much sugar is hidden in drinks, even in options labeled natural or light. Look closely at grams of sugar, ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, and serving sizes. You might be shocked by how quickly a few sips can exceed your daily recommended sugar intake. Giving up soda cold turkey works for some, but for most, gradual reduction and substitution is more sustainable. Here are a few practical tips that can help. Start by diluting. If you're used to drinking soda daily, start by reducing portion sizes or mixing soda with sparkling water to ease the transition. Hydrate strategically. Often, we mistake thirst for cravings. Make water your go-to beverage and drink it regularly throughout the day. Dehydration can amplify cravings. Be flavor smart. If plain water feels too boring, try infused water with lemon, cucumber, mint, or berries. It feels refreshing and indulgent without the sugar. Explore alternatives. Unsweetened iced teas, herbal teas, kombucha and naturally flavored sparkling water can satisfy your craving for bubbles without the sugar crash. Identify your triggers. Are you reaching for soda during stress, boredom, or specific social settings? Understanding your patterns gives you the power to plan and redirect them. Reducing or eliminating soda from your diet isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about taking back control over your choices and your health. You don't need to be perfect. What matters is progress. Moving from unconscious habits to intentional decisions. Start small. Make one better choice today, then another tomorrow. Over time, those small shifts can lead to significant transformation. You now know what soda does to your brain, your body, and your behavior. The next step is yours. Be mindful. Be curious, be in control. Read your labels, listen to your body, make the switch. Your health is too important to hand over to a sugary habit. Let this be the beginning of a new chapter, one where you choose wellness, energy, and clarity over cravings. Soda cravings are complex, but you're not powerless. Your brain can rewire, your habits can shift, and your health is worth every small change. You've got this. If this video helped you, share it with someone else who needs it. And don't forget to download our free 7-day addiction recovery journal. Check out our 30-day journal and read the ultimate guide to overcoming addiction. It's available in paperback, ebook, and audiobook formats. These resources are all linked in the description. You're not alone. We're in this together. Until next time, stay strong, stay compassionate, and keep showing up.